Everybody, it is 8:30 and I want to respect everybody's time. Welcome to Tech Thursday and this February 20th version of Tech Thursday. Today we're going to talk about Manychat, which is an auto direct messaging tool that you can use for mainly for Instagram. I find is the most useful for it. And they're expanding. There's other things you can do with the tool, but it is a free tool for and the free portion of it is actually pretty useful. A lot of, tools out there with free accounts, you get like two uses of it and you're done. I believe you can actually get like up to 100 messages back and forth in the free version without having to upgrade to the pro version. So I haven't hit a threshold where I've needed to upgrade to that paid account yet. But they're actually, and right now, for those of you who use other forms of social media, they're in beta for using the functionality in TikTok. It's not available in the US for I guess obvious reasons. And they're not wanting to invest in it until they know that TikTok is going to be here to stay. But so what we're going to go over today is just how you can use it for your business for Instagram mainly. But has anybody used it who's on the call so far? Have you used it at all? You've used it, Diane? Awesome. Cool, cool. Anyone else? All right, so let's dive into it. So this is a tool. I'm sure by now everybody on this call has seen, comment XYZ, and we'll send you whatever free tool that is, whether it's a downloadable guide. I think they work really good for like a relocation guide or a home buyer guide. As a tool for that. I've also used them to send. Uh, like a specific property rather than having to, because the kind of the old way to do it right was link in bio, link in bio. That was, too many steps for our modern consumers. They have to go out of the post and then into something into your bio and then find that link in bio. And then it's going to be on you to keep your updated links in your bio and all that stuff. So this is just a more efficient engagement method that has gained in popularity. Now, of course, part of the gaining in popularity is it may become a little oversaturated. So if you're catching on to it now, you may be a little behind on it. And I still think it has some great usefulness for, again, very specific engagement type posts. So let's dive into a Manychat and see what we can learn with that. So I just posted on my Instagram story a post that says, "Hey, comment tech and I'll send you a link to subscribe to the YouTube channel in case you missed the live session." So that's what we're going to kind of use as the test subject to set that up. So I literally just posted the story within minutes ago. So let me go ahead and share my screen here and get this out of here. Get my chat up over here. All right, so manychat.com, or it's app.manychat.com will get you there. You can sign up, like I said, for a free account. But inside here, um, you will see kind of just your dashboard of what you have is automated, your automation setup, how many replies you've got. So the tracking capability behind it is very useful too. So you can see, again, what kind of conversions you get, and you can build some pretty complex workflows with this with a paid account as well, just to kind of explore some of the templates and just to kind of, a lot of the things that I like to do with the Tech Thursdays is not give you all of the step by steps. Sometimes we do, but I also like to go into kind of get your brain thinking on how you can use it for your business, because everybody's business and what they're running is different. So if you go over here to explore all templates, you'll see some of the templates that they have already set up for you. So as an example, let's say you want to, we've got spring coming up, or actually this would have been good. I saw a couple teams run a giveaway for Valentine's Day, right? And it was, hey, $100 gift card to XYZ. You could use a Manychat to run a giveaway for you, and they actually have the workflow already built for you. So if you click on it and you just go set up template, it's going to try to put me into a paid account. I'll just X out of that. Here you'll see the entire workflow that has been built for you, and they've actually already built in notes for you too. So these yellow ones are like our notes. I'll zoom in so you can see a little bit more, but it'll show you, these aren't actual steps. These are just kind of notes that they have built in for you, like sticky notes. And then what you'll see here is the actual workflow that they built. So user comments on a post, and then what that does is it moves to the next step in the workflow. So now it says, hey, is this person an actual follower already? And or have they followed, are they a follower of you? Because that was the condition that they were setting. So now we're saying, yes, we are a follower. Hey, it's going to send this message. No. Oh, actually, sorry, this automation was you've already entered in the contest. So you can only enter one time. It's saying if they aren't already entered, it's going to send them this message. If they are already entered, it's going to send them a different message that says, hey, you've already been entered in this. So you can take this template and customize it for yourself, um, to uh, to um, to build the workflow and how you have want it to work out. And then you'll actually see at this one, they actually do the randomizing of the award as well. So whatever prize, you can actually have them draw the prize winners for you and then message the winners to automatically through this workflow as well, where they can claim their prize. And then there's a message that actually sends out to them, hey, sorry, you didn't win in this case. So lots of great options, and this workflow is already built for you. You're just going to go in and customize where you want it to go specifically for your giveaway that you are giving. So there's it looks like about a dozen or a couple dozen templates that are already there. So if I go back to explore all templates, you'll see some other templates that are already built for you, or you can build your own. So another good one, grow your YouTube channel. So if you want to, get people from your Instagram platform over to your YouTube where you can do longer format videos, that workflow is already built for you. Any questions on anything so far?
So, Chris, and maybe you're going to get to this because I've used it a couple times, but
Mm?
do you have to have an already existing story or a reel or a post or something, right? That you have to then attach this to, right? You can't
Correct. Yep.
do it all in real time, so to speak, right?
Yeah, so like for example, you just commented on my story. That didn't get the instant reply yet because I haven't set up that workflow. So I had to post the story first, and then I had to come in. You have to come in and build the workflow for it, and then make it go live for that. So there's definitely timing. You got to have to set up again. Now I could just send you that link too. I'm not going to get 30 replies to that in the time that I build this, not with the follower account that I have. But yes, you have to have the post already there, and then you're going to link it through the process, which is what we'll do next.
Mhm.
All right, so let's do exactly that. So I said if you're following me on Instagram, you go to my story and you'll see right now that I just put a post. Actually, let's show you what that post is. So I'll go over to my Instagram and click on my story, and you'll see, hey, each Tech Thursday, I have this here, comment tech, and I'll send you a link to subscribe to my YouTube channel. So what I've done is I have my YouTube channel up here as well, and that's the link to actually auto subscribe. So as soon as they click on that link, it will ask them, hey, do you want to subscribe? So they don't have to hit the subscribe button. It's going to ask them the way this exact link is set up. It's different than just going to my YouTube channel. So let's set that up. So I'm going to say generate leads with stories, and I'm going to set up template. Oh, that's a paid version. Um, I'll start for free. All right, let's not do that. Let's do it off of a reel, and then I'll set up that other one later, or I'll delete it. All right, so user replies to my story, and I'm going to put a specific story so that now I've got my workflow is set up. So user replies to a story. So what this is going to be the trigger to start it happening. I click inside of it, and I can say, hey, anytime they reply to any story with this specific keyword, or do I want it to be a specific story? So I'm going to say a specific story, and I'm going to select that story. And this is where what Diane was just mentioning there. So I'm going to specifically check this story now, and I'm going to say, hey, reply any words or reactions or specific words or reactions. So I want it to be a specific word or reaction, and I'm going to put that keyword in here, and I'm going to make that keyword tech. You can give it different versions of it, capitalize it. Maybe someone puts technology. So you're going to include your keywords that it's going to be that anytime anybody responds to my story with that is it's going to set up that it's going to trigger this workflow to start. Then you can choose to delay the reaction. Again, this is a pro thing. So if you don't want to make it, I mean, I think I'm confident that most consumers recognize this is an automation that is making this happen. So you don't need the delay in there, but you can set up a delay if you wanted to. And then you can auto like replies as well. Again, that's a pro feature. I'm going to go ahead and save that. And then you've got to, so now my trigger is all set up. So now as soon as someone hits tech on my story, they're going to get whatever this workflow says. So here I'm going to send what message I want to send, what I want to send them. So, hey, thanks for your interest in subscribing to my YouTube channel. Here is the link to, and you can choose to either, I could put the link right in there. So if I have it copied as an example, that link could be in there, or I can add it as a button as well, and then make that button be something. So I am going to say, in this case, but you have the option to say, hey, I want it to do something else with this button. I am going to actually just leave that link right in there in this case. So I'm just going to make so that message is going to go to them with that button to subscribe. Then from there, you can choose a second message. You could add variables in there as well. I am actually going to edit this, and I'm going to make this delay 600 seconds. Did you get the chance to subscribe? Actually, let's make that 1500 seconds. Go ahead in there, and then I can choose to add a third step or again, to delete that. So in this case, I'm going to delete this step. I'm going to say that's the end of it. Now I've got it set up so that as soon as someone responds technology, or capitalized tech on that, since it's a story, it's going to be a message to me. Hey, thanks for your interest in subscribing to my YouTube channel here. And then, did you get a chance to subscribe? I want to edit this here, get this out of here.
Chris, do you
Yes.
have the ability to add a trigger that says they did subscribe? So in other words, you've got, your second message, and then let's say they subscribed, but you had set this up so there was 3, right? So between 2 and 3, they did subscribe. Is there a trigger that can turn it off or say thank you for subscribing?
So I don't know that there is that functionality within here, because and I would have to dig a little further on this, because this bot, so to speak, Manychat bot, is looking at your Instagram account. So it can see whether Yvonne is subscribed to my Instagram account. I don't know that it can know if that person has responded to my YouTube account. I believe it can know if they clicked on that link, because that is a function that you can add in here. You can say, hey, did this person, you could put a condition in here that says, hey, did this person click on the link? If no, then send them this message. So you could control the workflow that way. I don't know that you can know whether that person subscribed to your YouTube channel. I'd have to dig a little deeper on that. All right, I'm going to go ahead and set this to live. Can I delete this button? What is it not? Oh, it's going to be between 1 and 60 seconds. So, all right, so I've got to be a 60 second. Again, I probably wouldn't add this question here in 60 seconds, but for the purposes of our little test today, we're going to get that going. So that should be live now. If anybody wants to test it out, feel free to, if you are following me on Instagram, but that is how you would set up a workflow. Now I can go into my, come on. I can go into my automations and I can see, so if I click on the automation button there, I'll be able to see what this looks like, how many times the message has been sent, how many contacts have been made, how many emails collected. Well, I don't have any email collection mechanisms in here, how many phone numbers collections. So I can see, how many, what kind of interaction I've gotten with that. So now I can see Diane just responded tech, and I have seen that this message has now been sent one time. And then again, I don't have any other triggers in here, but Diane, can you confirm that you got the link? Awesome. Cool. So it did work for Diane. So that is how you would use Manychat to set up a reply that is just a link to a channel. You could also again use it to send documents. So another one that I have set up is let's see, auto DM link from comment. So this is one that I had set up. So this was a new construction post that I had set up. So it was all about it was builder incentives that I've compiled a spreadsheet of all local builder incentives, and I said, hey, message me new, and I will send you this this document, which is a PDF document. So what it does with this workflow is as soon as they type in new, or new, so I've got a couple different versions of that, it sends them because this is now people are commenting on a reel. So this is different than a direct message one. So it's going to do a couple things. So this is kind of the more traditional way people are using this. So they create a reel or a post that says, hey, comment new. Thanks for and so it's going to do two things. It's going to reply to their comment in the reel automatically, and it's also then going to get a opening direct message, and then when they respond to that direct message, Instagram allows now for two-way communication because they've replied to that instant message or that direct message. So so the first thing it's going to do, they're going to get an opening direct message that's going to say, thanks for your interest in my list of current Wake County builders. Click below and I'll send you a link. So this is a button in there that they click that says send me the link. That triggers the rest of the automation. Then they'll also get a direct message that says here's a link with the download. I have this set out to so I inserted the document or the link to the document on my Google Drive here. And then the button text on that says check it out. Then you can also set up what kind of response you want in the feed of the reel. So you can set up to 3 different messages and it will rotate on which one of those. So your feed doesn't say new and then the same thing after every single one. So every response that you get, it's going to randomize which one of these 3 responses it's going to send to that. Then if you wanted to take this further, you can then set up further, which I recommend, further communications with them down the road to because you're not going to convert them to a true lead off of just this kind of post. You probably have to follow up with them. Hey, what did you think of the list of Wake County builders I sent you? Anything hits you can continue the automation follow up until you get to a point where hopefully you're taking it to a real live conversation.
I'm sorry, jumping in there.
Yeah.
So at that point, you're not responding personally. You still have
Correct.
automations.
Yep. So this is automations, and you could set more and more automations to this. So if you can, I could edit this workflow as well. No, this was just a simple template, so I don't think I can do much to this. This is all this was. But if you set up, you can create your own workflows as well that will do more and more and more to it. Like if you go back to, some of these templates that are there, you can see they're pretty. This one's pretty simple too. Well, you saw that giveaway one. It was pretty complex in there, right? Like, I mean, there was lots of ways to get that done. Give grow followers with a freebie. So you can see there's much more complicated workflow here, and then you could add more steps to that too as well. So you can add a trigger. The different things you can do, you can add triggers, you can add content, you can add actions. These are your conditions. So you have other things that you can add. Again, some of them are only with a pro account, so you can't add any kind of conditions with a free account. You can't add any randomizers. You can't do a lot of things in the free account, but you can get a lot of interaction with the free account. And then we're probably not getting 75 replies an hour to this. We can probably start engaging pretty quick if someone is interested in these. But you can also choose what kind of lead magnet you're sending them to. Maybe you're sending them to a landing page for a new listing that you have, and you're capturing email address or or phone number, email address and phone number. Now you're getting actual leads that are going to go into your CRM as well, rather than just in Instagram with just a follower. So you got to kind of map out which way you're going with that. What other questions, thoughts you guys have?
Hey, Chris, I'm still back a little.
I got you, Jen.
Good morning. So when they originally comment, link or tech or whatever, why do you have to then do that second step of send me the link or, something like that? There's like some rule in Instagram that they have
Yeah,
to.
they don't want, it's like an anti-spam kind of thing. They want to show that because unless it's already a follower or someone who's already engaged with you, Instagram is just or Meta is just trying to protect the user from getting unwanted messages. So they're not going to allow you to send that second message until they engage with the first. Or they're not
Okay,
going to
so
let you.
it's like a 2-message prompt. Like once they've
Yeah.
responded twice, then you're legitimate or whatever. Okay.
Yeah, because it only allows one-way communication until both people have responded. Then that's just like, for example, I don't follow you on Instagram. I could send you a message and it's going to go into that like, hey, who is this person box on the right hand side of messages. But once I engage and we're engaging together, it's now going to say, oh, there's some kind of trust level built here. So now I'll be able to send actual links out to other places.
Okay.
Because they don't want that first message to be a link to God knows wherever links can go to now, or some kind of hacking mechanism in there as well. So
well, and because I've done those links and I've wondered it myself, they're like,
Mhm.
click here for my 5-day free, whatever, and then send me your name, and so that it can personalize it, I guess is
right. Yeah.
it keeps asking me for things.
Yeah. And you could build one again with a paid account. You could build one that was more like that here. This is just to get engagement and to start, because now that person. So I mean, Diane was already a follower of me, but now because Diane has responded, I can now freely communicate with her without it going to spam, without it going to to nowhere land or like that block place. Now I'm in two-way communication, and as we've heard several times, all conversion happens in conversation, right? So now we're in conversation with these people and we're able to, we started with the freebie or the link to it. Now maybe it's 3 weeks later and you're like, hey, did you get that? What did you think of that list of Wake County builders? Or hey, I've updated my list of Wake County builders, because now inside of here, so this is again with the free account inside of Manychat. If I go to contacts, everybody that has engaged with me is in here as a contact as well. And then if I go to my live chat, their messages are in here too. So this is directly connected with my Instagram account. So all of my all of those communications are in here as well. So if I see, so you have all of the contacts in here, and then you have all of their communications in here too. And you can do some advanced database type things in here too. One of the things to, one of the, if I go back to some of those automations. You can add things like tags. So you can tag certain leads that come in a different way. Now we're getting into more complex things, but just at its base level, it's a great way to start conversations with people. I would definitely not recommend it being your only way that you're communicating on social media. I wouldn't, hit people with 10 comment this, comment this, comment this, comment this in a row. But I think it's a good way to improve engagement for sure. Because now Instagram looks at all this engagement and said, "Oh, these people are engaging," and it's now going to show your content to more and more people. I think the algorithm is beginning to be set up more to recognize, hey, yeah, this has got a lot of engagement, but it's all the same word back and forth. So it may not push it out as much as some other organic content that they believe, but that's what we got. So that's my story for today. What other questions you guys have? What are the thoughts?
It all worked, just want you to know.
Awesome.
I
Cool.
don't think
I
I
want
was
to
a
give I want
subscriber.
to I want to give a little shout out to Diane as well. So last week we did a QR codes, and she instantly put it to work. So she sent me her QR code that she created with, I think that was flow code, right? Did you choose flow code for that? And she put that to work, and it worked perfectly. It was a great little link out to like a full bio type landing page, and it was awesome. So kudos to you. I love it when people are putting these things into action and not just listening to me yap for 25 minutes or so. So awesome. Any other questions, thoughts?
I was just gonna say, if people follow Sharon, like he uses this all the time. Like you
Yeah.
would see this in action if you're engaging with him
Yeah,
on
and
Instagram.
you'll see engagement on his. He's got a few
Yeah,
more
yeah.
followers than
Well,
I do.
he's got, but I'm just saying, like, if you've seen that, you'll see some of the rhythm
Yeah.
of how it works a little bit.
Yeah. So I did just post the March calendar. Oh my God, I got to delete. But I did post March's calendar, and next week we've got a special guest host. So Miss Yvonne Schaefer is going to be doing a little session on RPR next week, and then we've got a lot of viewer requests for the March calendar. So that is out as well. And yeah, that's what I have for today. Thank you so much for attending and joining and engaging as always, and I appreciate y'all.
Thanks, Chris.
Thank you, Chris.
Bye.
Peter looks too happy with this winter weather.
I know, right?
I don't like it. Bye.
Bye, guys.